Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our weekly Dharma service, and a special welcome to those of you joining us for the first time. We will begin the service with the ringing of the kansho, followed by the chanting of Jusege. You could follow along on the screen or in the purple service book in front of you, page 93.
中説法ししく供養一切分無足習徳本万年出場満徳意三害用妙仏無下知普段未不詳感覚営利投資最小損志願若国家大戦を感動国書店に当地妙見ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブがにしくどく平等性祭道本菩提心往生安楽国何万脱何万脱何万脱何万脱何万脱何万脱何万脱
We will now have the reading of Three Treasures, followed by Sankyemon.
I invite you to join me, palms together, as we recite the three treasures. Hard is it to receive a human form. Now we have received it. Difficult is it to hear the Buddha Dharma. Now we hear it. If we do not receive awakening in this life, in what life shall we do so? Let us reverently take refuge together in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in the Buddha. Together with all beings, may we attain the great way of enlightenment, awakening to the supreme intent of the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. Together with all beings, may we enter the storehouse of Dharma, acquiring wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in the Sangha. Together with all beings, may we become united at the great assembly, being free of all bondage. Hard is it to encounter the supreme, profound, and wondrous Dharma, even in 100,000 million kalpa. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true intent of the Tathagata. Sankyemon. Ninjin ukegatashi imasude ni uku. Buppo kikigatashi imasude ni kiku. このみ根性に向かってどせずんば、さらにいずれの章に向かってかこのみをどせん。大衆もろともに指針に参謀に消えし立て祭るべし。自ら仏に消えし立て祭る。まさに願わくは衆生と共に大道を体現して無常を起こさん。自ら法に消えし立て祭る。まさに願わくは衆生と共に深く共造に入りて知恵海のごとくならん。自ら僧に消えし立て祭る。まさに願わくは衆生と共に大衆を通りして一切無限ならん。無常人人未明の方は百千万語にもあようことかたし、我今検問し受事することを得たり、願わくは如来の真実義を下し立て祭らん。ナモ阿弥陀仏、ナマンダ仏、ナマンダ、ナマンダ仏、ナマンダ、ナマンダ、ナマンダ仏、ナマンダ。
Okay, and now Reverend Takata will deliver his Dharma message.
Would you please join me in Gassho? This is the saying of Shinran Shonin. The ocean of birth and death, of painful existence, has no bound. Only by the ship of Amida's universal bow can we, who have long been drowning, unfailingly be brought across it. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for attending today's service. I'd like to welcome all of you, and a special welcome to those attending our service for the first time. Last week, we commemorated the birth of Shakyamuni Buddha, and next month, we will commemorate the birth of Shinran Shonin, the founder of our school. The commemoration service is called Go-tan-e in Japanese, and Go means coming down or returning, and Tan means birth, and Tan also means rise and falsehood, which signifies this defiled land we live in. And Go-tan-e means gathering. So Go-tan-e means the gathering for the birth of Shinran Shonin, who returned to this defiled land, full of lies and falsehood, from the Buddha's Pure Land, to expand the truth, which is the teaching of Amida's primal vow. And probably you know, Go-tan-e is also called Fuji Matsuri. Fuji means wisteria, and Matsuri means festival. In the case of birth of Shakyamuni Buddha, the commemoration service we observed last week was called Hana Matsuri, which means the flower festival. But in the case of Shinran Shonin, it is called Fuji Matsuri, which means Wisteria Festival. And our temple's official logo, this is the official logo, is designed with wisteria. In Japan, there are very beautiful purple-colored wisteria blossoms in May, around the time when Shinran Shonin was born. So when we see the wisteria blossoming, the heads are all hanging down, symbolizing humility that shows Shinran Shonin's way of life. So wisteria is used for the Honganji logo to remind us of our founder, Shinran Shonin, and the teaching he expanded. Like Shakyamuni Buddha and Shinran Shonin, we all have birthdays. when we celebrate our birthday, we sometimes invite our friends and have a birthday party. We receive gifts from our friends and families. It's a very joyful day for all of us. Even though we are getting old, our family takes us to a dinner or cooks special meals for us. When I was living in Hawaii, I often heard a phrase from elder members. It was, 年を取るとつまらん. I don't hear it here in mainland, but they say, 年を取るとつまらん. It means no good for getting old. They also use the phrase, senior moment, when they forget something or when they can't recall certain things. They say, I have a senior moment. It's their excuse. Do you use it? I'll be 55 this summer, but people still tell me, you look like younger than your age. When I was in Hawaii, my favorite place to go was a beach bar. I could relax in front of the ocean. I could hear the sound of the waves. Whenever I ordered a beer at the beach bar, they always asked me to show my ID. Whenever I went to the store to buy beers, they asked me to show my ID. When I was assigned to Kapaa Honganji Buddhist Temple, which is located on the island of Kauai, I was 27. It was about 30 years ago. Right after my assignment to the temple, many members asked me the same question. Where is your father? Where is your father? And I was wondering why they asked me about my father. Then I replied to them, my father is in Japan. Then they surprisingly asked me, are you a new minister? I thought your father was our new minister. You look like a teenager. So I tried to grow my beard to make me look like an elder person, but my beard didn't grow too much. Even now, it doesn't grow. I wanted to make myself look older when I was young. Anyway, in Japanese, there are two ways to express our age. One is expressed as 年を取る, and the other is 年を重ねる. 年を取る, 取る means to take or get. So 年を取る means simply getting old. The other expression, 年を重ねる, 重ねる means pile up or over and over. In our daily lives, we experience many things. Sometimes it's a sad and painful thing, such as separation from our loved ones. Enjoyable things, such as traveling to Japan or Las Vegas. Unhappy things, such as fighting with someone or losing something. We experience many things in our daily lives. So 年を重ねる means that by getting older and older, we experience many more things over and over. And the Renyo Shonin, who is the eighth spiritual leader of our tradition, said, we should listen to the Buddha's teachings when we are still young. As we become old, walking becomes difficult, and hearing also becomes difficult. So he encouraged us to listen to the Buddha's teaching while we are still young. And Shinran Shonin also taught us the importance of listening to the Buddha's teaching in our daily lives. He especially emphasized listening to the Dharma teaching on why the Buddha established the primal vow to save all beings from this defiled land to the Buddha's Pure Land, and how the Buddha's working is now reaching us. It is important for us to listen to the teaching of Amida's primal vow, what the Buddha's wish was, why the Buddha established the wish for us, and how the fulfilled wish is now working for us in our daily lives. So we, as followers of Shinran Shonin's teaching, 年を重ねる means 聴聞を重ねる。聴聞 means listening to the Buddha's teaching. So 聴聞を重ねる means listening to the Buddha's primal vow over and over in our daily lives. When we encounter the compassionate working of Amida Buddha by hearing the teaching of primal vow, we'll become more conscious of our egocentric way of life and humble like Wisteria, hence appreciating our lives, although we often fail to do so due to our self-centered nature. By receiving the light of wisdom, hearing the Buddha's teaching, our evil and foolish nature do not disappear, but rather we are transformed into a being who can sense the Buddha's working, wisdom and compassion, and express our gratitude and appreciation to the Buddha's benevolence, for we are certainly saved by Amida Buddha as we are. And Shinran Shonin sought the true meaning of our birthday throughout his lifetime. We are already born in this defiled land, but on the other hand, we are not yet to be born in Amida Buddha's pure land. Shinran Shonin solves the true meaning of a birthday by meeting with his master, Honen Shonin, and listening to the teaching of Amida's primal vow in his daily life. By getting older and older and listening to the Buddha Dharma over and over, he solved the matter of the afterlife and the true meaning of a birthday. As we all know, our life is very limited. We can see it from the life of Shakyamuni Buddha. He was the first person who was born as a human being and became a Buddha. Although he became a Buddha, he passed away at the age of 80 because he was born as a human being. The human body must die someday. We all have limitations in our lives, like Shakyamuni Buddha. However, if we are awakened to the true meaning of the birthday, we'll be able to realize the eternal life by becoming one with Amida Buddha, the Buddha of infinite light and life. So let us listen to the Buddha Dharma over and over at each moment of our lives and awaken to the true meaning of the birthday taught by our founder, Shinran Shonin. Thank you very much for listening. Would you please join me in Gassho? Namo Amida Butsu, Namman Das, Namman Das, Namman.
Thank you, Sensei, for your Dharma message this morning. Now, if you would please follow along as we recite Ryogemon.
I invite you once again to please join me, palms together, Gassho, as we recite Ryogemon, words of understanding of our tradition. We rely upon Amida Buddha with our whole heart for the enlightenment in the life to come, abstaining from all sundry practices and teachings, and giving up the trust in our imperfect view. There is no doubt that the assurance of enlightenment comes at the very moment we entrust, and we recite the Nembutsu, Namo Amida Butsu, in joy and gratitude for the Buddha's compassion. We also acknowledge gratefully the benign benevolence of our founder and succeeding masters who have led us to live in this profound teaching, and we do now endeavor to follow throughout our lives the way laid down for us. 両下出言、もろもろの造業雑種自力の心を振り捨てて、一心に阿弥陀如来、我らが今度の一大事のご賞、御助け将来と頼み申して候。頼む一年の時、往生一条御助け事情と存じ、この上の称名はご恩報者と存じ、喜び申し候。この御断り弔問申し訳候こと、ご解散承認ご出世のご恩、次第相乗の前知識の朝からざるご関係のご恩と、ありがたく存じ候。この上は定めおかせられる恩おきて、一号限り守り申すべく候。ナモアミダ仏、ナマンダ仏、ナマンダ、ナマンダ仏、ナマンダ、ナマンダ仏、ナマンダ、ナマンダ。
Okay, now it's time for announcements. As I've been saying weekly, BCA Social Welfare Committee, they have started a wildfire relief fund, and they are asking for donations for those affected by the fires. And if you would like to donate, you can go to bca.kindful.com. Next month on May the 17th, we are having our centennial commemorative seminar entitled Hearing and Appreciating the Buddha's Wish. Starts at 10 o'clock, and our guest speaker is Reverend Yukari Tori. She is the resident minister of the San Fernando Valley Honganji Buddhist Temple, and for the seminar, donations are greatly appreciated. The following day, on May the 18th, we have our Gotane Dharma service, and as Sensei explained, it's Shinran Shonin's birthday. Starts at 10 o'clock, and our guest speaker again will be Reverend Tori. The same day, we have the Hatsumairi, or the first service for infants, and that'll be happening the same day. The May 25th is our Memorial Day Dharma service. It's at 10 o'clock, and the speaker on that day will be Reverend Umezu. And following the service, we have a memorial service at our Nokotsudo, which is located behind our onaijin, or the altar. We have several study sessions. First one is on Wednesday evening from 7 to 8 p.m. via Zoom, and this is led by Reverend Takata. Registration fee is suggested $40. April, let's see, what's today? April 16th? Okay, is the first day, and there's 4 sessions. Then if you can't make Wednesday, he also has a Saturday session from 11 to 12, also via Zoom, and the first session is April the 26th, also suggested donation of $40. Now on May the 3rd, Sawtell Japantown Association will be presenting its 3rd annual Children's Day celebration here at the temple. And it's a totally free event. We have free games and crafts. We've got live entertainment. There's a band from the Nishi Buddhist Temple, Abba Sonics, that will be playing music. Our own West LA Taiko will be performing. We have a Japanese school, Cosmos. Their children will be singing Japanese songs. We have hula performance. We will have activities inside the social hall, so it's going to be a great event. And on top of that, we have food trucks. If you're familiar with Shinsengumi, which is a great ramen shop, they will have their food truck here. And we also have Be Sweet, which is a dessert truck. So it's going to be a fun event. There's going to be plenty of relaxed parking in the area. And then we also got the Lumens parking. It's maximum $5 for the day. So that's a really good bargain. So please come. It's not just for children, it's for anybody. And then moving forward in June, we have our annual yard sale. June the 21st, that's from 9 to 1. Plenty of great items. If you would like to donate, the only thing we ask is make sure it's clean, dust-free, no bugs on it, and we don't take any large items. So if you would like to donate, please contact the office and they will get in touch with me. Every third Friday of the month, we have bingo at the temple. It'll be this Friday, starting at 7 o'clock, and it's held at our social hall just across the way. A lot of people bring snacks to share with everybody. It's all cash prize. So the more people that come, the bigger the prize. So if you have nothing to do, please come to our bingo. Now we have some merchandise here that we have for sale. The first one is our temple t-shirt. Let's see, where's the camera? This is what it looks like. So it's got our temple logo. Those are $20 each. We have a crew neck and V-neck style. And then we also have our happy. And it looks like this right here, the same logo. And then in the front in Japanese, it's got the West LA Buddhist Temple. So if you're a member, this is $80 each. For non-members, it's $95 each. And it's made of cotton from Japan, so it's really good quality. Finally, the Southern District Junior YBA, they are selling Obon t-shirts. It's a fundraiser. That's also $20 each. They're taking pre-orders until the 26th of April. And there should be some order forms on the back table in the back. So if you're interested, please pick one up and order a t-shirt. And then also I do want to say that today after service, we are having Dharma reflection session. And Reverend Umezu will be leading that. So give us about 5 minutes for her to set up. So with that, that will conclude our service for today. Again, thank you very much for attending. And Sensei?
Thank you very much. Please offer the incense.